Lower your stops right now, those of you who are still short. Again, this is a continuation of yesterday, if you recall. I mean, I think, one of the few that was saying inflation was not dead, and everybody else thought inflation was gone. So the Feds paused the interest rate for a while, but inflation is not dead. Everybody's short still, right? You guys are short, trailing. Yeah. Take half off. Make sure you take half off and trail your stop. Original stop on this trade, original stop 34,569. Now we're lowering that stop to break even. Its target I would use is 520. You could see there's a bid of 40 contracts. Does anyone else hear me or just Bill? Just Bill can hear? Are we having mic problem? Oh, okay, everybody. How's that? Okay, good. If you recall yesterday, who remembers what the volatility was yesterday? The volatility was what number was the volatility yesterday? It's always good to know what the volatility number is. Yep. Now, again, we said short the volatility retracement yesterday. So let's look. Stay short now. Stay short, make your money. But yesterday, after the Fed news, the volatility yesterday was 174. How many people remembered? We were asking, so it's always good to write that number down. The low right after the Fed, after it went down, was right here, correct? Everybody see that number? 34, right there. 34,877, right? Well, it ran up 35,047, right? 170-point rally, right? 4 ticks. Okay, well, you have your own chart, right? If you don't have charts, people, you better get them. You better get your own chart and know how to figure out the high and low prices. So right here, 34,877. How do we know these amazing rallies and where they're going to end? And right there, should be able to go back to 230 yesterday after the Fed news, and the Fed became hawkish, and the high 35,047. People were asking, how did I know yesterday the market was going to rally up to there and then collapse? Because we planned this at 8 o'clock in the morning before the market opened yesterday. That's how we knew we were prepared. So right now we're preparing you and we're telling you what the volatility is going to be today. 161 points. Please write that number down and start using it during your trading. These are very important numbers. We're the only trading alert service that publishes this that doesn't charge $50,000 a month. You can get this. I get it, but it costs. It just doesn't cost you 50 grand. Anybody can get this delivered to your door. But you get it cheaper, so use it. When you guys wonder, like, wow, how much of a rally are we going to take? That's how much. Don't be surprised to see at least one move for 161 points today. Now, the move already has been down, so there'll be an up move and a down move later on, and you will see a pretty significant move. Counter trend traders can use that as well. All right. Any questions? Stay short. Everybody's short, correct? I wonder how many people are going to come in late today. Coach Dan, are you around?
I am here, Coach, just
Okay.
helping a few people out. Yep, I'm listening, and I am with you. So,
Perfect.
looking for a great trading day. We're in a downtrend, and yep, I am holding off for the open right now. Yeah, lactic acid has some technical issues, but I'll talk to you later about that. Good morning, guys. Glad we're all here. Looking forward to the day.
Thank you. As you know, guys, the rallies that were in effect over the last really couple of months, and the undercurrent was, well, the Fed had defeated inflation, and people were believing it, even people who actually go shopping. And we kept saying, no, no, it's not really dead yet. Gasoline is more expensive. Insurance went up. My insurance rates are climbing. Even little things like Medicare. I went for a blood test yesterday. Now, that's always been covered by Medicare, right? Blood test. Your doctor orders a blood test. Eggs are down. Yeah, what kind of eggs? Cockroach eggs. No, and now I had to sign a statement yesterday. They said, well, and it's not even confirmed, but they said, well, sometimes Medicare has not been paying for the blood test, and you'd have to pay $174. I had to sign that. If they didn't pay, I'll pay. Well, all of a sudden, why? Because the government can't afford it. Now, you don't see that on the news headlines. They don't say they're cheating. So already it's happening. People say, well, it's a theory, we're going to run out of money. We are already running out of money. When the government, I mean, everybody's going, oh, yeah, well, I'm on Medicare. I'm on Social Security. Really? One day, maybe you're going to get a check and it'll just a little note in there. It's $20 less because of the inflation adjustment clause written by blah, blah, blah. And no one is going to tell you about this because, let's face it, the media is in bed with the politicians. Who are you going to complain to? Ghostbusters, you know? But that's a shock. Now, luckily, I make more than that per day doing this for a living. We're lucky because we do this for a living. But what else are you going to trust? And pretty soon they'll start taxing day trading. Don't be surprised. $10 a trade. So you'll need 20 points on your micro mini just to pay the tax bill on each trade. Lower your stops, please. I know. And now would be a great time to do it when they have no money. Stay short. Lower your stop, 5 more ticks. Original stop on this trade was 34,569. Good morning, Charles. Lower your stops. Report in 1 minute. Jobless claims, manufacturing index, and the current account. Okay, all three reports coming out as we speak. Jobless, Philadelphia, and current account. Take more off. Cover one more here. Lower your stop. 10 ticks. It's good to make money, isn't it? Lower that stop. Trail it. Trail the trade. He's still short, right? So far, we're up 67 points on this trade. It's short. Okay, well, next time, try it. You will like it. Anyone who's not short, you are not up 67 points on the trade. Those who are ahead. Those who are not. And that's okay, guys. You have a decision to make. You could either follow the trades or not. It's up to you. There are many books on how to trade out there. Many books and services. Indicator. You can trade the Fibonacci system. Lots of stuff. Won't make you rich, but it'll be your own thing at least. I always wonder why 100% of people in the room. We did a contest once. Believe it or not, guys, we offered $10,000 to the trader who took the greatest percentage of our trading alerts. Okay, so you had the account, you were already a member of this room, already paying a monthly fee, right? Allegedly to follow the trading calls, correct? That's what was the situation. So there wasn't anything more to do other than write down the trades that you took. Believe it or not, the winner took 45% of the calls, which means not one person took half of the calls. Not one person took half of the calls. Can you believe that? How many of you can believe that? Enter, stop, targets. Not one trader out of 151 people. Yep. And Charles, when you sent me that stuff, that like trading alert and that those guys that do it, I give them credit for this business because I was there in person in a whole week. That guy never once traded, faked it. I was there in his house. And I'm like, wow, I could do this. What am I paying this idiot? And everybody, oh, yeah, it's a great system and all. And he's making thousands and thousands of dollars, probably near $1 million um, every 6 months in fees. And he's bragging about it. So it was like telling me, hey, welcome here. You've been ripped off. I'm not going to mention names, but I was at this guy's house for a week. They relabel. It's not Jesus Christ. Never was over his house. Not yet, anyway. No. Liberty Trading doesn't do $1 million 6 months. And I wouldn't pay someone who doesn't have a trading account to teach me how to trade. No, but this is when I was starting out. This was like in 2005. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, that's another one. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's great." This guy, the one you just mentioned here, Stuart, and people are like, "Yeah, well, he's really good." I mean, I had a guy who took the course, lost money, and is defending him. Right? He took his course, lost money, and is defending the guy. Well, I just didn't follow him. But I said, well, did he give you what he was doing? He's like, well, no, he wasn't really clear. Well, I could do that. Guys will say, hey, just trade, right? Just go out and trade. Oh, you lost money? Well, gee, I made money. And go, see, he made money, but I didn't really prove it. Anyway, that guy, the warrior trading guy, you know what he did for a living? I mean, I could understand if he had a job sweeping the floor on the New York Stock Exchange. He could always tell people, I worked at the New York Stock Exchange. I was sweeping, I was cleaning up, man, on the NYSE before I started this trading service. But no, he used to punch holes in trees to gather sap. What kind, like for maple syrup. And he goes, well, that qualifies me to teach people how to trade. And people pay him money. Now, I can understand if you pay somebody money, a little bit of money, like we do here. We charge you a little bit of money to start. 3-day trial, right? 3-day free trial. You could see if it makes sense. And then, you decide after you check it out to start paying money. But these guys get you the other way. You pay money and now you're hooked. You have to stick around because they'll tell you, well, just stick around longer. Meanwhile, what they're telling you doesn't work. So at that point, don't you say, I'm not going to pay you money. But you don't pay them money and then blame yourself. Yeah, you blame yourself for paying the money, not blame yourself for losing. These people don't know what they're doing other than marketing. They're very good at marketing and building this image and sending fake statements. That's what this other clown was doing, sending fake statements. That's not the first time this has been done. There was a guy named Madoff who did it. You got statements from a CPA firm, except the CPA is in on it too. Not It's not hard to find corrupt people in any line of work. So yes, you could go to a CPA that's struggling, doesn't have much of a business, and go, hey, buddy, if you send these fake statements out, I'll give you $100,000 a month. And then the guy does it and he goes, hey, you got a lot of clients. All right, we'll give you $250,000 a month. Yeah, and the government does it all the time. And that's how these people feel. They feel that they're Robin Hood. They steal from the rich and give to the poor. Who's the poor? They are. It's exactly what Larry Williams did a long time ago, Stuart, to get a real account. He was more of a longer term thing. So he went to JD Lind Waldock. Lind Waldock. I knew the broker that had it. Yep. Lind Waldock. It was he and a cousin. So they took opposite positions in the S&P. Or no, I don't think it was the S&P. I think it was soybeans. Yeah, opposite positions in soybeans. One guy went short, the other guy went long, and they just held it until it was worth $1 million. Well, obviously, the loser was reimbursed by the winner, so it didn't cost him anything other than the commissions on the trade, right? And once Larry, if it weren't Larry, it would have been, Jeb Williams. You would have had Jeb Williams. How I made $1 million trading last year. Here's my honest statement from Lynn Waldock. So you go to the publisher, there it is, and they go, "Is that real?" Yes, here we could show you the letter that it came. Then you didn't go online. Then there was nothing online. Yeah, and that's how you did it. That's how you rip people off. The publisher saw it. Here's actually another signal here to add to the short. Those who are coming in late, we are short. We still have a trailing stop. There's a new signal right now that just went right below the JTHMA at 523. And everybody who's still short can lower your stop, lower your trailing stops by another 5 ticks. Just stay in this trade until it stops you out, right, guys? Everybody's in, right? Everybody is still short, correct? We've been short, guys, since here, 8:01 a.m., right? So for the last 46 minutes, we have been short, have not been stopped out. Trailing stop still good. Yeah, what you're doing, lactic acid, going in and out, that's called speculating. That's not a good idea. But you will learn. You stay in a trade until the market takes you out, because you'll wind up. Here's what's going to happen. First of all, you'll incur a lot of commission. You're not a floor trader. Remember that. You'll incur a lot of commission, and then the one trade that you take after you get in, like the seventh time, will take away all the gains that you made on the previous 6 trades. Guaranteed. I did it. Now, if you get stopped out legitimately, hey, you stopped out. That's it. You can't control the market. You can't control Mr. Market. Once you're stopped out, that's it. And then you don't trade. How many minutes, gang, do you wait until your next trade? What's the general rule? In general, about 27 minutes. If you want to make it 20 minutes, I'm not going to twist your arm. But I've seen people, they go into a trade and they're back in 5 minutes later. Not a good idea. On this additional short, take one off. 508, and then your next target is 500 even. And bring your stop down now to 34, 535. My best fill so far on this whole thing is 34,490. That was plus 67 points. And yes, we will at one point in time call some counter trend trades. That's inevitable. Don't be surprised after the open that the institutions try to push the market up so they can get their newly arrived clients short again. I mean, let's face it, we're down 215 points, right? So if you're just waking up now and stretching out and going, hey, wow, I missed that trade, the big boys will try to get you a better price, but they're not going to get you what you could have gotten yesterday, correct? Yeah. Take another off on this short. And of course, lower your stop. You say, why is the market coming down today when it went down yesterday? Well, remember, there were traders like a couple of weeks ago, they were buying. Why were they buying? And they made money. No question. You know, if you went long a couple of weeks ago, the market did rally. You know, we were long. We took on up days, we're going to follow the trend, but they were doing it on the premise that the Fed is not going to raise rates yesterday, which they did not do, and forever. It's like, yeah, that's it. And the Fed goes, nah, you know, there is a little inflation left. Oh, really? You know, I have to commend Powell because they don't want Powell to say anything. They wanted him to say, oh, come on, everything's free. Come on, where? What inflation? You're making that up. That's, uh, no, it's only going, it's not doubling. It's only going up 80%. You know, inflation's not that bad. Come on. It's not bad for me. Biden didn't pay more for the gas bill for Air Force One, not out of his pocket. So what do you mean? You know, it came out of your pocket. Yes, you guys pay for gas for Air Force One. Do you know that? Next time you see Air Force One flying around, you paid for that, and your children paid for it. So yeah, we do have a right to know where the heck the thing is flying. Wow. 4,000 gallons per hour. That is incredible. Hey guys, you want to know what my gasoline bill has been? From my car, the new car that I bought in January and December, actually two of them. Coach Dan has got the joke. He knows it. Take a guess. Total gas that I've spent. $112. I don't drive that much. I filled it up 3 times. I step up. Yeah, my commute is pretty tough. That's it. 3 tanks. You got it. Your commute can be tough, but there's a lot of traffic. I have to step over sleeping cats, and that adds to the commute time.
Coach, the car only goes to McGuire's and back. I get that.
Yeah, flat. Okay, we're flat. Finally flat. Good trade, guys. 529. I am flat. Now let's get. Hopefully, we'll rally so we can get another good trade on. How many got some of that trade since 8:01 this morning, almost an hour ago? Yeah, very good. Love it. Good job, guys. Perfect. Let it rally. We'll do it again. Don't be surprised, like I said, that between now and 9:30, the market rallies up. Well, everybody's taking profits now, right? That's what's causing this rally. The market rallies, and later we can reestablish a short trade. We want to allow for a 30-point drop to stop out each time. I don't know what you mean by allow for a 30-point rally to stop out each time. Oh, you mean anybody who like goes short? It's not really that. What's happening is those who are short are being stopped out on their trailing stops. Remember, what did we say, guys? Yeah, we use a 30-point stop, Lactic. Yeah. So if you take a trade right now, if you go long, if you went long at 530, you're going to use a 500 stop. If you're in this counter trend long, you would use a 30-point stop. So what happens, remember, trading doesn't occur isolated. So let's see why the market's going up right now. At 4 or 5 a.m., I was thinking about this, and it was so. I actually put the order in. Again, the cats woke me up around 4 a.m., and the market was at 34,686. It was at 34,686 when I turned it on, and I'm like, that's a nice little retracement from here because it went up from six. It went up 50 points. And I thought, you know what, maybe 699. I put a sell limit here. You're going to laugh. We all make mistakes or get nervous. I put a sell short limit there, went to the bathroom, came back. I saw the market coming up. I go, it might come up there in the morning. I don't want to lose. And I canceled it. I canceled the 690, whatever it was, 97, 98 order when it was at 691. I saw it going up, right? I mean, here you see it down, obviously, but it wasn't obvious then. It was like that. All right. Does that make you see how people can be misled? So I had a sell limit right there. And I was like, if it breaks that resistance, probably going up there, in the morning, I'll get a chance to do it. That would have been some trade. So, my point is this. Do you think some people were short up here? Well, obviously, right? Does anybody want to believe that of these trades that all occurred in Europe, somebody went short, like Goldman Sachs, which we affectionately call Grandma? Do you think that's true? Anybody? No one thinks it's true? All right, Stewart thinks it's true, and Milton. All right, well, when it starts going down here, these guys are taking profits. So now you're going to sit there and what? You're going to do a trailing stop. That doesn't mean you lost 30 points. It just means you're going, all right, keep going down, man, keep going down. And then it goes here, and you're stopped out of a tremendous profitable trade. And these guys are happy. It's going up now, and they were short. Why do people scalp? Because they're gamblaholics. Why do I teach it? Because I take a whole bunch of gamblaholics. And let's put it this way. In one of my swing accounts, we were short 2 weeks ago. So how would you like to sign up for a trading room? And one of my mentors does this. And I go, hi, everybody. Yeah, we're short from 2 weeks ago. Any questions? Yeah, move your stop to yesterday's high. Your stop is 35,083. Yesterday's high. See you tomorrow. And you log on at 9:30 and there's no talking for at all. And they said, where's the coach? Oh, he's short. Do you think you'd be paying me a monthly fee? It'd be no, you'd be now. The institutional clients don't have to trade 10, 20 times a day. So tell me why people play a slot machine 150 times in the morning before breakfast. So I can show you how to profitably scalp, but eventually get you to where you're going to be more of a swing trader. And really what we do, the 2 or 3 trades per day, that's scalping. To Warren Buffett, that's scalping. If you take 161 point profit out of a trade, that's scalping, not 3 ticks. 3 ticks is floor trading. Now, do you get it? So why do floor traders, and there are no more floor traders. So why did floor traders take a 3 tick profit? Somebody answer me that question. Lactic acid has a great question. It's a great question. You should understand it. Because if they do 1,000 contracts and make 3 ticks, it's a great trade. And no fees. And that's exactly what Mark Slobodnik did. That's what these superstars did. But you have to have a lot of money. And percentage wise, you're not making that much. So if you make, $5,000 a day and you're worth $100 million, that's not that much money. Do you realize that? And there was one guy that did that. So think about it. What is $5,000 a day? Let's do this math real quick and see if that's really so great. $5,000 a day. Anybody want to figure this out? Anybody want reality check? It's how much money per year? You trade 250 days a year. 100 $1,250,000, right? Roughly. If you got $100 million, you're making 1.2% on your money a year. You can do better in a bank. $5,000 a day is nothing. There was a guy who did that. That's what and he quit. In other words, he averaged that. Now, obviously, on big days, he'd make like $60,000 and then he'd lose. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just sit there and go, "Wow, I made $5,000 and quit." If you're making 5,000, you got $100 million. You're doing poorly. Now, do we get it? So, if you're sitting there with $1,000 account, let's if you make $5,000, I mean, it's amazing how people don't understand math. $5,000 on a $100 million account. Who makes more? The guy who makes $20 on in micro minis makes $20 on a $1,000 account. Who's making more? Figure it out, guys. What's $20 a day? And again, you'll use 250 trading days. That's $5,000 a year. That's 500% on your money. Did you ever think about that? It is very hard to make $20 a day on a $1,000 account. Exactly right. On a $1,000 account, guys, 1%, $10. If you can make 1% a day consistently, Wall Street would welcome you as a money manager. You know what, Stuart? We all, and Green Jeans, it actually is good to start out as a scalper because of that fear. So, yes, I did it too. When you scalp, because you don't want to lose big, but you can time it so your scalps make money, eventually the fear wears off. And the whole idea of this is to trade frequently. And after a certain period of time, you start realizing you will not lose money. The one thing I got from JC, the famous JC, was the original job of a trading room coach is to teach you how not to lose money. No? Oh, were you here earlier? Yeah, no, that I a person that is very well regarded and respected in this industry and one of the top earners from a trading room. I was at his house, and in the whole week, John Carter, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, he traded one trade on a Friday at 2 o'clock. And I'm sitting there steaming. All he's doing is reading his book to us in our mentorship. Well, I already bought that book. I didn't need him to read it to me. I mean, he's giving war stories. Well, if you use the squeeze indicator, guys, is nothing more than drawing a trend line, horizontal trend line both ways, and taking the breakout. Okay? That's a squeeze indicator. It sounds good. Well, you're going to put a Bollinger Band that squeeze. Give me a freaking break. That doesn't tell you whether the Fed is going to short or 161 points volatility. It doesn't teach you that. It doesn't teach anything about where the market's going to go. It teaches you how to look at something that happened in the past, like a past indicator. Okay? And that's all the market is. It's something that happened in the past. Now, you say, well, why one real trade? Well, because then they could go to the room and publicize. Let's say they lost. Let's say the trade did win. The trade won like 33 points. So one trade, 33-point winner. Uh, but let's say it lost. They'll say, hey, last week we only had one loser. And if somebody in the room said, wait a minute, you only traded one time, yeah, we lost that trade. And they could honestly say that, and no one, even the people attending the personal seminar, could challenge it for a lie. Very slick. And at that moment, during that week, I realized, hey, you know where the money is? Not trading, but teaching trading. I'm telling you guys, teaching trading. Now, here's what I had to do. How am I going to teach newbies not to lose money like I did? That was my second challenge. And number one, start with a small account. The bigger account you start with, the more money you're going to lose. Because, as JC did say, most people lose money right away in the beginning. So, most people use that account size. That's why I hear, oh, the Apex will loan you $1 million. Yeah, okay, great. I'll loan you $1 billion and you lose it. Why should I? I'm not going to loan you money to lose unless it's not really taking the trades. The Apex system is they do not take real trades. They trade with the idea that you're not going to make money. If you, on the rare occasion, make money right away, they will then mirror your trades. So they can't lose. If you lose, you pay them a fee. They're not mirroring your trades. You think they are, but they're not. They go, yeah, you went long. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're long. We put your trade on. Yeah, you're long. Oops, you lost money. Well, they didn't take it. You lost paper money. And next week you go, oh, you made some money. Yeah, but at the end of the month, you're down. So now, and you didn't trade so many times. Well, you didn't do this. You didn't trade by the light of the silvery moon. You didn't follow our rules. Pay us some more money for next month. So a year goes by, you pay them a lot of money, you're trying and struggling. They don't give you trading calls. They don't even teach you what to do. You're on your own. You just pay them money. Pay them money to be a simulated account. Oh my goodness, what stupidity. So, all right, you're paying them for a free simulator. Well, one of you, one out of 100, like, is a professional trader. Let's say I did it. And again, why would I do it and pay somebody 20% of my fees of what I make? That's ridiculous. Even TradeStation doesn't charge you 20% of your fee as a commission, but I got to pay them 20% because I'm making money, right? I'm making money, but I got to give them 20%. That doesn't make sense, but from their point of view, it does. So if you are a good trader, they get 20% of your profits, and their computer eventually will start mirroring your trades because you are successful. So it's like having a tryout for the NFL. Now, if I took 1,000 little chubby kids who are 12 years old and said, I am an NFL agent, and if you can pass the combine, I will pay you $100,000 to start and train you to get an NFL contract. But it costs $10,000 to join my camp. You think I'll make money? Yep. Because 1,000 people are going to pay me $10,000, and one out of 10,000 will be good enough to make the NFL. And I'll become that kid's agent. Get him into high school, college, and get him a great contract. The rest are just idiots who pay me money. That's what happens. It's it's like, well, there are companies that do this all the time. You ever hear of State Farm Insurance? They're saying most of you drivers are idiots, but most of you, luckily, will not be in a serious fatal accident in the next 6 months. So everybody pay me money. And if you're dumb enough to get into an accident, we'll repair your car. It's called insurance. That's the game. That's the scam. And that's what these people do. So my thing is, why not start with a small account and learn how not to lose that money? Does that sound like a novel idea? If you could take a $500 account, trade micro minis for 6 months, and still have that $500, you are on your path to success because you'll prove that you don't lose. Now you could add money to a non-losing account. Does that make sense? In other words, you're your own track record. He's an actual counter trend buy signal right here, guys. A counter trend buy signal. Everybody see that? At 548. We've got what? 12 minutes until the open. Everybody's green so far, correct? Beautiful. Well, Lactic, you shouldn't be trading. What are you trading for? Good thing. And it's not real money, right? That's the other thing. In the beginning, you do not trade real money until I reviewed your trading account, correct? Yeah. Because what you're doing now is just, it's called seat of the pants trading. You're just hoping to catch a move one way or another. Now, if you followed our trading calls, you would have so far in the bank one trade, a short, that would have made 67 points. So the only thing about trading, what it is doing to you right now, you're picking up bad habits and you're reinforcing the bad habits. Because if you make money, it's luck. And if you make money luckily, you're going to repeat that and you're not going to do things that make sense. I'm ask Randy. Ask Randy if that's not true. And I was after him for months. So you're the new project. Every day you lose. Why? Well, you keep making the same mistake. Anyone who took this counter trend long, start taking some profits. Counter trend long, take one off here. 561 is your next target. Now move your stop up to break even. No, if you're late in a trade, don't take the trade. In other words, if you're late in a trade, it means you didn't see the trade. So why give somebody else's profit? Do you understand that? Like, let's say you didn't see this inversion buy signal here, right? Let's say you did not see this inversion buy signal. I already sold a contract at 61. So if you're buying it, you're buying my profits. You can do it, but then you have a bigger stop because here at think about it. Let's say you went long, right? At 548. Your original stop is what? 518, right? Well, if you go along at 61, 518 is a much bigger stop. The stop is the stop, people. The stop on a trade is the stop. If you're short, here's your stop. Your stop is 582 above that swing point. Now, if you get in and go short at 551 or 52, that's a 30-point stop from there. And if you go short at 535, the stop is greater. You want to take a trade where 30 points make sense. We'll learn that too. 30 points is like we're assuming most traders are going to be confused. They don't know how to get in a trade. So they're always like, and I'll get like 18 different text messages. Where do I get out? I'm in here. And I'll say, where are you in? Well, by the time I answer the 18, 10 of those people are already going to have a 40-point loss because they don't know where to put the stop in. And I'll go 30 points. Oh, I'm already down 40. Oh, well, get out. No, you should know if you're confused, look at your entry and get out 30 points. If you're in a bad trade, get out at 30 points. If you're late, get out at 30 points. And then eventually you learn not to be late. Like, for example, where would you put a pivot trade lactic acid to go short? A pivot trade. You'd put your sell limit at 604. Like yesterday, all right? Somebody give me a volatility entry trade. I want to know here, everybody should know this one. It's called the volatility entry trade. Volatility entry trade would be, see what Paul's saying? 648. Right. Well, learn. Take notes. Add volatility number to the low of the day so far. There you go. There's the notes. So now, any one of those things we don't know, the volatility number you know, right? Lactic? What is the volatility number? 161. Add it to the low price so far of the past hour and a half. And that's how you get 648. So you would put 648 as a limit to short. Or if later on it was rallying toward there, that's where you would look to short. And we got our first sell and buy areas. Let me update them. Here you are. Another way, anyone's long right now, take another one off. 570. How many people are in a counter trend long? Counter trend long, take some more profits. One left. Raise your stop. So let's mark that down. 648. You never know. In other words, the market could go up to that resistance area. You never know. How many took this counter trend long? We're 2 for 2 this morning. 2 for 2. You only need 3 good trades before 10:30, and you're done for at least the morning. Okay, everybody. Perfect. Can anybody hear me? Good. Yep. And now we got 3 minutes. We should be flat. Go flat on this long because it's getting very close to the open. And what we're going to do, all right, for new arrivals, we're going to wait 6 minutes after the open. 6 minutes after the open will give us enough time to see where the buying, where the selling is occurring. And after that, we'll end the live stream that we have for some of the people. We are streaming this session, the morning session, live, so you could watch it on YouTube and take notes. And then sign up for the trading course so you can start making money and not give your money away to professional traders like us. It's like avoid mayhem, like that Allstate commercial. Avoid mayhem, like me. Minute and a half till open, till kickoff. Let's make good money today. Coach Dan, have a great day. As
Hey,
usual.
Coach, I just fired up my trading computer and got my hand on the button, and let's see. It will be a great day. Can't wait. That's for sure. My trigger finger is engaged, Coach.
Love it. We love it. As you can see, the big boys have been pushing it up so they can short it. Another reason we called that counter trend long. Let's have a great morning. We are almost open for business. We are open for business. Let's have a great morning. Wait for a few minutes after this open and then you can start shorting. But again, bigger accounts can trade at any time on any good setup. Smaller accounts wait for the market to give you that 6 minute window of opportunity. You see how we knew the market was going to go up before it goes down? Isn't that amazing? Does it so often. Push it up to knock it down. If you took this short, your first target is 570. 570 is your first target. Smaller accounts just wait. Everybody see how that works? Isn't that cool? Next target, 544. $544 is your next target. Smaller accounts wait. You got another 3 minutes to wait. Inversion gave the signal, and then you had an M there at 603. Everybody see that M? Lactic acid, did you see that M trade at 603, 34, 603? It's called an M formation, 34, 603. $44 hit. Order filled. Okay, the 133 tick chart. Just look at that one right there. Or a trend line break. Is everybody short right now? JT, good job. Lower your stop. Kenny G, got it. Oh, we are amazing, aren't we? Isn't this freaking amazing? All right, I'm gonna, because I don't want to talk to two different areas. We're gonna close up the live stream on YouTube. Anybody go to our channel? You can review this live stream for everybody. It's been a great morning already. We love it. Thank you guys for your attention, and many of you we'll see again tomorrow.